Hello and welcome at long last. We have CFA action here. St. Mary taking on Gold Coast. It took a while, but we got back here. Some technical difficulty with the file, good old season mode, deciding to give us the old runaround. We figured it out somewhat. We'll figure it out going to the other games. Thank you for those who stuck around, stayed with us through the technical difficulties. Hopefully we get a good game for you down here in Louisiana. I am joined as always by my co-host and commentator, Optimus Klein. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing great now that we're actually headed down to the field for some football action.
These two teams, big storyline between these two teams, obviously. Freshman quarterbacks on both sides. Aiden Vincent on the Invaders, and on the Gold Coast Rays, you got Stanley Morris. These two guys were teammates just a couple weeks ago in high school football. What do you think is their mindset going into this game?
Well, they've seen each other in practice quite a bit, so I think they each of them knows what the other guy's got. And another interesting matchup is both running backs were on the Southeast Raiders last season as well. Cameron Davis going head-to-head against Johnny Durango. Another nice little teammate matchup there in this one.
Looks like the Rays will defend the north goal, and the Gold Coast Rays in their teal and pink and white uniforms going to get the ball first here in Louisiana, as we are finally going to get this game underway. I've been rearing to go for some football. Kick is away, and this game is underway. Fielded just outside the end zone, is going to be taken back out to the 24-yard line, where Stanley Morris and the offense is going to get started.
Yeah, Stanley Morris, he had one start in high school, had one touchdown, 2 picks in that matchup. So it's going to be interesting to see what he can do with a full season under his belt and with a lot of talent around him. He's got a couple of juniors at receiver and a senior as well. So some upperclassmen catching some passes from Stanley Morris here today.
First down run's going to be a handoff. Delay run up the middle's not going to do much. Loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Yeah, Prince Aldrich, the senior strong safety, comes up in run support. Nice tackle there for the Invaders. Aldrich available for the draft coming up in the offseason.
All the EFL scouts.
Got the still music going.
Oh, yes. All the EFL scouts in the background watching along. Stanley Morris here, first throw. His college career is going to get hit as he throws it. Not going to get it off. 3rd and 12 coming up as St. Mary applied the pressure.
Yeah, and that was number 85, Drake Corbin, the freshman out of Southwest. He won a championship with the Titans in high school, already making an impact here in the CFA for St. Mary.
Very nice uniforms from St. Mary. Love the gold look there. Bunch formation to the bottom of the screen. Morris drops back. Better protection. Throws it long. Left side. It's going to be incomplete. Knocked away by the safety there, and that's going to bring out the punt unit on the first drive of the day.
Yeah, we're going to see the punter, Gerald Whitney. He's a senior, also draft eligible in the offseason. Number 5 going to come out for his first career punt. And apologies for the music, everybody. We were, going through some other issues, so that just kind of slipped our minds.
You gotta love technology. Our technology was working just about as good as that Gold Coast offense on the first drive. The punt is away, and we're going to see St. Mary's offense led by Aiden Vincent starting at the 40-yard line.
Yes, Aiden Vincent, they came up just short, the South Central Lions did, in the championship game in high school, losing to the Southwest Titans. Vincent, he just didn't do enough to lead his team in that game. Let's see how he fares with some more talent around him here. Again, this team has 2 juniors starting at receiver, Trinidad Song and Blaine Crum. So look out for those two, number 16 and 14.
Vincent's first throw of his college career. Plenty of time, good protection, left side throw. It's going to be caught wide open down the left side. Inside the 20 to the 17-yard line goes the big man. Nice first play of the day for the St. Mary Invaders.
Yeah, and that is the number 2 tight end, Wilmer Burns. He's a junior, and I don't know how he got so wide open here for St. Mary, but look at that dart from Aiden Vincent, looking like a senior out here. but just a young fella, just a freshman.
It was Chris Brandon, was a freshman out of Pacific who was in the area of the safety. Looked like he, maybe cover two, didn't get over there to cover that corner route. And a good play call, good play for the Invaders as they get their first snaps inside the red zone here in the shotgun. Vince is going to hand it off. It's going to be a run out of the shotgun, and not much room as Chris Brandon comes up to make the tackle.
Yep, Johnny Durango getting his first career carry. Freshman out of Southeast. Not terrible, 2 yards. We do see a lot more shotgun runs here. At least we did in high school, so I'm expecting more of the same in the CFA, and we're probably going to see some get broken eventually.
Second Nate Vincent to throw. Across the middle, it's going to be caught on the underneath drag. Brings up a 3rd and short.
Yeah, pick up a 6 yards there, and that is number 16, Trinidad Song, the junior, with his first career reception.
Third down from inside the 10-yard line. 2 yards to go for the first. See what they do here. Durango in the backfield. Vincent will throw out route. Going to be caught. Fighting for it. Inches to go is the call. Couldn't quite get the first down. Throw was a little bit off target, and the receiver just couldn't get enough.
Yeah, Laverne Camarillo, the senior outside linebacker, number 58 for the Rays, made the stop there. He is also draft eligible, and the Invaders sending the offense back on the field to see if they actually snap the football.
Yeah, see if they're just trying to draw off the defense offside. Do you see that a lot? It does look like they're just trying to draw it off sides, but bring out the field goal unit and hopefully some points on this first drive for the Invaders.
Yeah, Glenn Pape, the sophomore kicker, number 1, going to come on for the St. Mary Invaders, and we're going to see, possibly see our first ever points in College Football Alliance history, as everybody is loving the scoreboard in the chat.
Do like that scoreboard. I'm pretty happy with how it came out.
Oh, it's beautiful. Give some chat shout-outs while we're here. Sully in the chat, Chaos Driven, Mojo McLean. Hopefully everybody's doing great. Sorry for the delay tonight, but we are here.
Sometimes technology has a mind of its own, and this was one of those
times.
Times.
At all.
Field goal unit comes out, kick is up, and the kick from 24 yards out. It's going to be good, 3-0. The score here in St. Mary as the kicker puts it through the uprights, and the first points of the day, first points of the college football season, as we're here in season 1.
Yes. Haven't seen many fireworks. Saw one big play to the tight end there on that drive, Wilmer Burns, number 81. But other than that, the offense is, having a tough time trying to, just feel each other out at this point. A couple new teams here. Nobody really knows what the other team has for them. So it's going to be fun.
See if Gold Coast has something better on this second drive as they're going to start it again from about the 25-yard line. What do you want to see out of this team? Not much on that first drive. They went backwards 2 yards, in fact.
I'd like to see Stanley Morris throw the ball a little bit more. We saw him get pressured pretty early on. The Invaders have 2 really good defensive ends, both freshmen, Perry Sidney from South Central and Drake Corbin from Southwest. So protect him a little bit more and give him some more time to throw the football.
I formation on first down. Give me a toss play, and the St. Mary defense is all over it. Nothing for Cameron Davis, the freshman out of Southeast, as Bingham takes him down in the backfield.
I mean, there's just 3 defenders in the backfield there. Gold Coast just having a rough time with the play calling at the moment.
Second and 15, bunch to the top of the screen. Single receiver to the bottom. See if they throw out of it. It's going to be a throw for Morris. Looking across the middle of the field. Sliding catch is going to get about 12 on that one. Bring up a 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, and that is number 88, Newton Cade with the reception. That's a sophomore. His first catch of the day. And not a bad pickup of 12 there.
Got to convert here on the third down, though. Got to keep your drives going. As it looks like they're going to come out in 21 personnel. Looks like tight end flex in the slot there. They're going to throw it. Morris, plenty of time, good protection across the middle, and it's caught. First down, out to the 48-yard line goes the receiver. Nice little in route there from number 86.
Yeah, it looks like Delmer Stevens, I believe, on the reception. He's a junior, and he's going to have to be, pretty consistent this season for Stanley Morris. He needs to be a go-to guy for him.
Delmer Stevens, I hear he's going to be changing his number to 3, but at this point, he's still at 86. Handoff to Davis again. Nothing out of this run game. Both these run games have struggled early in this one, as this again was Mike Bingham coming up to make the tackle.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're the Rays, you got a pretty young offensive line. You got a freshman starting at left tackle. You got a sophomore at right tackle, a sophomore left guard, but you have a junior right guard. So, I mean, pretty young up front when most of your guys are underclassmen.
Morris throws just a little dump, 4 yards, and third down once again coming up, but their first snap from the St. Mary side of the field.
Yeah, hoping to see some fireworks here on this play. 3rd and 7. You gotta try to take a shot here.
Getting a look at Stevens there as he runs up to the line, lined up at the top of that bunch on the top of the screen. Morris to throw. Go around the bottom. Is he going to let it fly? No, he moves around the pocket, throws it, almost has his man, but just out of the reach of the receiver. The pressure was put on, and a 4th down coming on for the Gold Coast Rays.
Yeah, Perry Sidney applied the pressure on that play. These young freshman defensive ends just getting in there and disrupting the plays. Morris, having to roll out and try to throw it on the run. Just a little inaccurate on that, and we're going to see the punter, Gerald Whitney, come out again for Gold Coast.
We know Morris has some good scrambling ability. Wasn't able to use it there. Fair catch called for at the 13-yard line. St. Mary's coming back out, and this is where we're going to see the offense for the Invaders.
Yeah, see if they can get Johnny Durango going a little bit more here. We've only seen him carry the ball, I think, 1 time out of the shotgun. The majority of the plays have just been Vincent chucking it underneath, and the one big pass to Wilmer Burns.
Burns, the number 2 tight end, getting his action going quick. And this one, he's a junior. It'll be a throw here out of shotgun. Vincent, his pass caught 6 yards.
Yeah, and that was number 16, Trinidad Song, the junior. Another catch for him today. I think that's a 2nd or 3rd. So Vincent to Song connection starting off pretty good here in week 1.
Song, a talented receiver, only 5'11", though. Some scouts may not like his size. Handoff up the middle. Good blocking for Durango, and he's going to get out past the 30. Chris Brandon tackles him and saves the touchdown, but best run of the day from either of these two teams.
Yeah, Johnny Durango busting one loose right there. A 14-yard pickup. Longest run of the season so far in this first game, and that was a doozy. Cameron Davis on the other side for the Rays. He needs some help, though. I think he has -5 yards rushing at the moment, so hopefully they can get it together and we can see a pretty good running back duel here tonight.
Hope everyone's doing well in the chat. What's your favorite team? Do you have a favorite team? You're still figuring it out. There's lots of teams, 24 teams. In fact, there's a toss to Durango. It's going to go for only one. You're watching the College Football Alliance here on the Hammer Cline Universe YouTube channel. We offer 3 levels of football: high school, college, and pro. You can click the link in the description and build a player if you would like to. Join the community and enjoy just some good football.
Yes, sir.
2nd and 9 from the 34. This is where Vincent is going to take the snap up from under center. Out route is complete. Gain of 7. 3rd down on the way.
Yeah, and that was a nice tackle by the freshman cornerback, Terrell Breckenridge, out of International, number 4. Really good tackle on number 14, Blaine Crump.
Third down, I formation. Durango dotting the I. defense really stacking the box here. See if they run against the stack box. They do. Durango's going to get tackled short of the line. So much penetration there from the Rays defensive line off the bat, and they get a nice stop.
Yeah, and that was number 58, Hobart Matos, the sophomore linebacker. Or no, that was Laverne Camarillo. Sorry. Looking at the wrong roster here. The junior outside linebacker for the Rays making the stop. 4th and 1. That was a big-time stop. The Rays offense needs to come out and help out their defense, though.
Punt is away. Gold Coast takes this one. So far, a defensive struggle for both sides. Only points were those 3 from St. Mary. What do you think Gold Coast needs to do to change that narrative?
I think they just need to throw it a little bit because so far Cameron Davis hasn't been able to get it going. I think it has to do a lot with the young offensive line so far. Having a freshman left tackle. I mean, it's a little bit rough, but maybe throw it, and that could set up the run later on in this ballgame.
They're in shotgun here on first down at the 21-yard line. Stanley Morris, 2 backs flanking him. He's going to throw it, check down to Cameron Davis. Cameron Davis is lucky to even get close back to the line. That was snuffed out well.
Yeah, they are keying on him quite nicely, this defense is. And even with the reception, he has negative yards receiving, negative yards rushing at the moment. And, I mean, you got to give it to the Rays, though. They're really trying to get their playmaker the football.
Mark Chisholm in the chat. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
What's up, brother?
Morris, good protection. Throws the out route here. This is going to turn upfield, get the first down.
Yeah, and that was Justin Hodges, the senior slot receiver for the Rays, making his first catch on the season. And a big one. Nice first down play.
Match up against number 34 there. A definite size advantage. As you can see, he's about a head taller than number 34. And it looks like he was a little bit faster than him, too.
Big time mismatch there.
First down. Morris across the middle, going to be caught.
Oh, my goodness.
Amazing break on the ball there. Was that Mike Bingham again?
Yes, it was. Bingham just all over the football field right now, and I believe that was Willie Morse on the reception. The freshman tight end out of Southeast getting his first career reception for the Rays. Mojo
Bingham
likes those Gold Coast unis.
They're pretty nice. Mike Bingham, 5'11", 263, just a short big man. Another run not working. They tried to go with this trickery, and it is not fooling anybody. We've seen those draws work in high school. We've seen some of those shotgun runs that they've run in high school work. But here in college football, it is not working at all. This St. Mary defense is here to play.
Yeah, Jimmy Hallman, the other outside linebacker, is also a sophomore. Him and Bingham are just a nice 1-2 punch at the outside linebacker spot. It's really fun to see them just swarm to the football here.
Chance of defense rain down on the 3rd and 8 from the 34-yard line. Stanley Morris making some adjustments at the line of scrimmage. 4 receivers, 1 back. Dime defense from the Invaders. Going to throw, good protection, throws it. It's going to be picked off. Threw it behind his receiver, and the first interception of the season is going to be thrown by Stanley Morris.
Yes, and the man that we were just talking about a couple plays back, being a little undersized, Jonas Carnahan, the senior nickel cornerback. It's the first ever interception in the College Football Alliance.
Jonas Carnahan, yeah, you mentioned him, 5'8", 190 senior. He's going to be in the EFL draft coming up. Make a name as he gets his first pick and the first pick of the season. Is now St. Mary with plus field position to start this drive. Aiden Vincent under pressure, left side, tipped up, incomplete. Chris Brandon couldn't track it through the air.
That was a dangerous throw right there. That was to Wilbur Bales, the sophomore wide receiver, but Daniel Perrone, I mean, he just had other ideas here. Nice coverage, nice deflection, and like you mentioned, the freshman free safety Chris Brandon out of Pacific can't quite get there, but almost in position for an interception.
St. Mary going to the air a lot. The trust in Aiden Vincent. He did lead his team to high school championship appearance, as we mentioned, fell short.
Rocky Clearwater in the chat.
Changing his name. Vincent throws it short, and that's a very risky 1-yard pass. Good to see you, Rocky. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, that was a pretty dangerous throw there as Vincent targets Trinidad Song yet again. I think that's his 4th reception on the night as we're closing in on the end of the first quarter here from Treasure Trove Field in St. Mary, Louisiana. We got a full capacity stadium here tonight, 64,554 people here on opening night of the college football season.
Just 1 quarter down, many more to go. Week 1 action. Took us some time. It's number 9 right there. That's a big man. That is a big man on that defensive front for Gold Coast.
Yeah, that's Michael Raynor, Jr. D-tackle.
No, scouts have him. View him highly as the throw across the middle is going to be complete for the first down. Vader's moving the ball well so far in this game as that completion gets them to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Blaine Crum, another nice catch there. So far, Vincent going to Song and Crum, the number 1 and number 2. And they're doing quite well. I think all their targets have been caught so far. And they keep on moving the chains. Let's see if we can get our first touchdown of the college football season.
First and 10 at the 25. Vincent under center. Durango in the backfield. They're going to throw it again. Good protection again across the middle of the field. Is going to get 5 yards. They're doing these quick, short passes, and it's just chewing up the Rays.
Yeah, Trinidad Song, Blaine Crum, both of these guys are really good in the short and intermediate routes. And Vincent being extremely patient right now as a freshman quarterback, just picking apart this secondary.
Across the middle again. This one's going to be a first down. Crum on that little crossing route once again, making it work. As you see all the fans here in St. Mary who have showed up to watch their home team debut.
Yeah, and it's been a raucous crowd so far, really loud, and I can only imagine how tough that is on a freshman quarterback like Stanley Morris for Gold Coast.
Vincent throw out route, caught, and up 8 yards now inside the 10-yard lines. We get closer and closer to that end zone.
Trinidad Song again, another nice pickup of 8 yards at the 6-yard line now, just inching closer and closer to that first touchdown.
Vincent one back. 3 receivers spread out here on the defense. He's going to throw it. Man coverage from the defense. Blitz comes, and oh my goodness, Vincent gets laid out.
Wow. And who was that? Number 58. That was Laverne Camarillo, the outside linebacker. We've mentioned him a couple times so far tonight. That's the senior linebacker. I mean, just comes through unblocked. I'm not sure what number 77 is doing. That's the center, Miles Nugent, who just let him run free.
Center Miles Nugent, you mentioned, and Johnny Durango both had a chance to pick up a block there, but Vincent lucky to be standing after that one.
Absolutely. Eddie in the chat. What's up, Eddie?
Vincent looking around, throws underneath to Durango. Good check down there. Settled for 3. Obviously, the pressure came, and he settled for get the field goal, go up by 6 here. Can't really argue that decision for Vincent.
No, just a smart play there. You don't want to force it into the end zone and miss out on some points on what has been a really good drive so far. But we're going to see Glenn Pape, the sophomore kicker, come out yet again for his second attempt of this young season.
4th and 6. The field goal unit, it's not the punt unit, the field goal unit comes out, kicks it through the uprights, and another 20-yard field goal is up and good. St. Mary, early lead here against the Gold Coast Rays. Gold Coast Rays offense just really struggling. Stanley Morris hasn't really settled in yet.
He threw that pick, and, it's not helping at all that the running game isn't going either. Cameron Davis, negative rushing yards, negative receiving yards on the night so far. I'm not sure what they could do at this point. I think the O-line is kind of letting them down as well as far as the rush attack and pass blocking. It's just not really working out too well for them. They got to figure it out quick.
Out to the 25-yard line goes the return. Yeah, it's hard to know. Is the offensive line letting down Cameron Davis, or is it just this Invaders defensive line that's really showing up? But the play calling also from Ron Turley on the run game has been questionable at best, I'd say.
Oh, absolutely. And, I think it has a lot to do with how good this defensive line is as well. You got Perry Sidney, Drake Corbin. Those were high school all-stars in last season, so a lot of talent up front for them.
Oh, my goodness. Again, a big hit in the backfield. Davis going nowhere. And are you kidding me? It's the same guy again.
Mike
Bingham. Remember the name,
goodness.
The sophomore. He's already
showing out.
Showing out, yeah. This man's only a sophomore. He has a couple more seasons to go.
Eddie's saying this will be next level once coaching is added.
Ooh. Throw is going to be off target, and that's going to be incomplete. Third down looking up here. Morris just, you mentioned that kind of almost a little bit happy feet in the pocket and not settled in yet. He's off target on his throws, and he's under pressure a lot.
Yeah, we got to remember, he didn't get a lot of playing time as a quarterback in high school. He started out his career as a quarterback, ended up converting to wide receiver and playing wide receiver in the slot for several games for the Lions until he finally got a start in Week 8.
Dangerous throw there and questionable decision as you needed 13. You only got 4. Fourth down coming up, but at least it wasn't picked.
Yeah, Jonas Carnahan, again, the senior nickel corner, making a nice play on the ball there. 4th and 9 coming up. The Rays offense continuing to just be stuck in the mud right now. And, their defense is keeping it in them. They have a lot of talent on defense as well, just like the Invaders. But right now the offense is really letting them down.
Nearly blocked, but somehow gets it off. Don't know how the physics worked on that, but it worked. And this is going to be St. Mary ball. Eddie saying, sign me up as a coach when that happens. We're going to get some.
Eddie coaching in college?
Ooh.
Imagine.
Get some good defensive gameplay.
Might even get himself a pick 6 if he's the coach.
Well, let's not get crazy here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's still APF. We still know that it won't let that happen.
Yes.
1st and 10, throw from Vincent, out route again, and this is going to turn upfield, get the first down. Was that a Song again? He's just been eating up those out routes.
Yes, Song, the out routes, every single route that he's doing is like 5 to 7 yards downfield, and he's just eating up this defense, just carving them up. They can't cover him. He's too quick out of his cuts, and I kind of feel bad for the corners of Gold Coast right now. So, Daniel Perrone and Terrell Breckenridge, they're having a rough go of it.
Throw here up the middle. It's going to be picked off. Linebacker lurked the zone, picked him off, and Gold Coast gets one back.
That was number 54. Is that Steven Zhang? No, that's
Chung Younger.
Chung Younger, number 54, with the interception. His first of his career, the junior. And that was not a great throw from Aiden Vincent, right over the middle. A lot of traffic out there.
Miserable decision-making from Vincent, who was really good in high school. I don't exactly remember his exact interceptions numbers, but he was pretty solid when it came to taking care of the football. Not the kind of throw you want to see from him. As Morris going to throw a quick one to Davis out of the backfield. Davis spins out one, gets 6 yards, his best play of the day.
Yeah, that's his first play with positive yards in his college career. Nice pickup of 6, but you mentioned Aiden Vincent's touchdowns and interceptions in high school. His stats were 15 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, and he threw for 1,717 yards on the season.
Second and 4 for Gold Coast. Morris going to throw out route here, trying a little bit of that St. Mary magic, getting the first down to the 36.
Yeah, one of the better plays on offense so far in this ball game for Stanley Morris. That's 2 positive plays in a row for Gold Coast. That was Newton Cade, the sophomore wide receiver, with a nice reception.
1st and 10, shotgun. Morris going to run it out of the shotgun. Davis getting tackled at the line of scrimmage. Not a huge fan of this Rays run defense. It's probably been the worst run offense. It's the scheme is just not there.
Yeah, it's not really fitting the players that they have so far. And again, I have to keep mentioning the young offensive line. You know, they might be just a little bit intimidated with all the talent on the St. Mary defensive front.
2nd and 11. Stanley Morris with split backs. Under pressure, is going to get hit and go down again. Doesn't get credit for the sack, but that's the freshman, Drake Corbin, making an impact on this first game of the season as he gets the quarterback.
Yeah, Drake Corbin, one of my favorite defensive linemen from the high school football season that we just had. He's just been wreaking havoc up front so far in this ball game.
What's up, John Smith? Welcome to the game. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Looks like almost bump coverage here from the Invaders defense. 4 wide. Just ends up being man to sack. They get to him again. This defensive line's feasting tonight. And number 72 going to put them back out of field goal range.
Yeah, that was Darren Shanks, a junior D tackle, and he is a behemoth. Oh, my goodness. And a huge stop there. Now we're going to see the Invaders offense get this football back. You know, if you're the Rays, you got to be heartbroken. That was your best drive of the night so far, and you just fell backwards on it.
It's going to be blocked. The punt's blocked. The Gold Coast Rays pick it up, and he's going to get tackled. And so the Invaders are going to take over here at the 44-yard line after the blocked punt.
I just don't even know what's happening right now. Like, it's game 1. We've already got a blocked punt. We almost had one in the first quarter as well. And, oh, my goodness, 2 field goals, a blocked punt, and we haven't even seen a touchdown yet. This is awesome. I didn't even see the number on the guy that blocked it.
I know 17 picked it up. It's going to throw out of the backfield. Durango stumbles a bit, only gets 1.
I'm still just flabbergasted at the block punt. I'm loving it. Oh, man.
Yeah, this has been an interesting game. A pretty defensive game from both sides. I always think it's interesting early in the season like this. You know, these two could be two really bad teams, and we think that they're good because they're playing each other. Or it could be 2 really good teams, and this be a playoff or bowl game preview. As this run here is going to go for a couple. It's going to give him 3 for Durango.
Yeah, Durango, he had the one big run, but other than that, he hasn't done a whole lot. Both these running backs just trying to, find their footing at the college football level. Having a rough go of it at the moment, but there's a lot of season left, and I think we'll see both of them have a pretty successful season.
3rd and 6. Vincent drops back to throw. Underneath, check down. Durango tries to fall forward, can't quite get there. 36-yard line to where they're going to mark him down. I'm not quite sure where this kicker's range is. Glenn Pape, we've only really seen him on 20-yarders. So, do you think they trot him out here?
I'm not sure. I mean, he's a sophomore, and it looks like they're going to have the punt unit come on, so they don't think he's got the leg for it. So maybe around like the 32, 33-yard line is where we'll see his range.
Dexter Hamby punts this one away, and it looks like a good one, pinning them back at the 10. Fair catch. Gold Coast takes over, and they escape unharmed after the block punt gave the Invaders great field position.
Yeah, this is not what the Rays want right now. I mean, they've been struggling on offense the whole game so far. You don't want to start all the way back at your 10-yard line, but you're here. You got to try to get something working. Maybe do some quick routes. Try to get your playmakers in the open field.
Could be handoff up the middle. Davis, nothing there. This run game can't get off of its feet. And Mike Bingham again on the assist.
Yeah, Bingham is just everywhere. No matter where the football is, Mike Bingham is going to get to it.
2-minute warning here. We have yet to have a touchdown, which I got to admit is surprising me a bit. But you're watching the College Football Line Season 1 here on the Hammer Cline Universe YouTube channel. We have a close one here as it looks like the defense playing really aggressive, stacking the box, cornerbacks playing up. They're going to throw it. It's open, out route caught, first down.
And it looks like, I believe it's Newton Cade on the reception, the number 2 wide receiver. And that was a big one. All the way up to, what was it, the 28-yard line?
It looked about like that.
26 maybe.
Yeah, they're going to call it 26-yard line.
Yeah, good start to the drive. I mean, the defense is playing, up close. They're stacking the box. They are daring them to throw the football right now because the Rays just have not had any success doing so.
Offset eye, handoff to Davis. Again, no room to run as this defense shuts the door on them. Again, that was 59. Hallman, who was on the tackle as well.
Yeah, Jimmy Hallman, Mike Bingham, the outside linebackers for St. Mary. Just write those names down. They're only sophomores, but they're already looking like pro players.
I want to thank everyone who stuck around and watching, stuck through our technical difficulties, a little bit of internet issues today. We're going to get all this figured out as we go on. We're very early in all this, so we appreciate your patience as we continue to try to get the best product we can at every given point. Sometimes things outside of our control they just do a number on us, but we'll always keep working to get a best product on the field that we can possibly get.
Yes, of course.
3rd and 10, chance of defense rain down. And it's going to be a throw for Morris. Morris is going to throw out routes. Dangerous.
Oh, my word.
And incomplete. Penalty flag does come out. We'll see what the call is. R62.
That receiver got absolutely smoked.
Pass interference, and it's going to be an automatic first down for the Rays.
And that's huge. The way this offense has been moving down the field or not moving down the field, rather. Any kind of free yards they can get, they will take it. And that was Douglas Hirsch, the sophomore cornerback, number 36, who ended up with the pass interference.
Just going to do a little thing, hopefully get the internet stable a little bit. I noticed it was chopping up there. Don't want to give you guys a bunch of drop frames, so just give us a second. We'll be right back for that play.
Dang you, California internet.
It's got a mind of its own sometimes.
It's your governor's fault. I'm blaming him.
Well, let's not get political here. Get into a political debate in the chat.
Please do it. See, in this league, if we're having issues, if there's any kind of issues with internet, rosters, anything like that, we got no problem pausing the game and fixing.
We are back. We appreciate you, Eddie. Sometimes it's a journey. Sometimes on those technical things. 1st down and 10. Morris throwing underneath, going to be caught 5 yards. Going to see a little bit of hurry up here. Hope as the defense, they're going to run it here. And Davis spins out a guy. If it wasn't 35 seconds to go in the half, I would be pretty excited about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to be excited for him at least. It's his second positive rush of the ball game, and got a little bit closer to the sticks to try to move those chains. Nearing midfield here. They just called their first timeout. There's plenty of time left here. 35 seconds. You can do a lot in that time span.
3rd and 2. See if they can get the first down, keep it rolling. The stack in the box for the Invaders. Betting on the run. They're going to throw it. Morris under pressure, steps around, wide open down the middle of the field, and they're going to stay in this hurry up. Probably not a great formation to stay in, but we'll see what plays they have in this I formation.
Yeah, that was Willie Morris, the tight end.
Morris, not Stanley Morris, not Willie Morris. Tripped me up there. Throws it there to the fullback for gain of 8. Takes a timeout.
Morris to Morse, it's good times. No issues.
Morris to Morse.
Yes, and that was the fullback that just caught that last one. That was Ryan Milne, the sophomore fullback, getting his first touch of the season.
Always love seeing our fullbacks get their touches. They're just on the edge of field goal range, depending on their kicker's leg strength. I'm not quite sure how he is But we'll see what Stanley Morrison offense can do. They're going to throw. Sidearm nearly picked off.
Wow. Man, that was so close. He was trying to get to Delmer Stevens, and number 76, Claude Masters, the freshman middle linebacker out of International, the former Comet, almost had the interception, and he might have been running for quite some time. There was nobody in front of him.
3rd and 2 here. And in this situation, I mean, depending on where your kicker's range is, you don't want to force something and throw a pick like he did on the last play. Morris throws out route, picked off!
Oh!
He did it! It picked him off down the sideline to 35, 25, 20, 15, 10, tackled at the 6-yard line. St. Mary set up with 4 seconds to go in the half.
Douglas Hirsch. Oh my goodness, the sophomore. He got called for the pass interference earlier on in the drive. This time, he reads the quarterback like a book, perfectly jumps the pass, and almost takes it the distance. The freshman running back, Cameron Davis, saves the touchdown. I mean, St. Mary, what else can we say about this defense? They have been phenomenal in this ball game, and they're about to get their team 3 more points, just like that.
My goodness. Field goal unit comes on. They don't want to risk not getting points on the board. Almost had a pick 6 there, but instead it's going to be a field goal. Kick is up. Kick is good. We're going to have a run back because there's 1 second on the clock, but man, what a turn of events for Gold Coast. You go from a chance to score to all of a sudden now St. Mary with a 2-score lead. Yeah,
Glenn Pate, player of the game so far, right? I mean, he's got 3 for 3 field goals. I mean, none of them have been longer than 22 yards, but he's the difference maker right now. He's got all the points in the ball game.
See if the special teams for the Rays can ignite this offense. Fielded from the goal line, spins out one, and it's going to go down. It's going to do it for the first half here in St. Mary, Louisiana. Scores 9-0. A defensive slugfest, not what I would have expected. I don't think what you expected either, but
not at all.
We'll reach you and be back to you right after you get to see some highlights from the first half, or at least some still frames, and we will see you in the second half. Welcome back to the second half here in Louisiana. 9-0 slugfest underway here. We're about to get the second half going, and St. Mary's going to get the ball first. Kick is away and fielded from the goal line is for St. Mary, their first kick return of the day, as the Gold Coast Raiders hasn't really needed to kick it too much today, except for punts. Dirty Creek Sports in the chat, welcome. Good to see you. What's your expectation for the second half here for Gold Coast and St. Mary?
Well, hopefully a better rushing attack for both squads. That would be nice. -15 rushing yards for Cameron Davis. I know he's a freshman running back, but, I mean, he is a really good back. So I'm really hoping he can get it together here in the second half.
Durango blocking right side, down the right sideline. Gets a block, but can't get enough. Huge run, though. There's a flag, so we'll see if it's coming back. R62, is he going to spoil the party? Offsides? No. It's going to stand the biggest run of the day and biggest offensive play. We're going to go to Johnny Durango as he gets them out to the 50-yard line.
Yeah, Durango winning the running back duel right now against his former teammate. They shared the backfield in Southeast last season in high school for the Raiders. And Durango just trying to show up his former partner.
We just talked about having a run game. Well, Durango heard that and said, don't worry, guys, I got you.
He must have heard me in his helmet, you know?
Handoff to Durango. This time, not so much. Stuffed in the backfield as there's instant penetration from the defense.
Yeah, I mean, the defensive front for both of these teams is still really good. Michael Rayner, the D-tackle for Gold Coast, has been fantastic in this game. A name we haven't really called so far is Sheard Richard, the freshman defensive end out of Northeast, number 72. Hasn't really shown himself here yet tonight.
Let's see how long it takes for him to show up in this season. Out route here. Nearly another hazardous throw there from these quarterbacks. But lucky for them, I mean, in this case, you're happy you got 2 yards out of that.
Yeah, Daniel Perrone, the cornerback for Gold Coast, number 1. He's a junior. Thought for sure he was going to be taking that one back the other way. But like you said, lucky enough for the Invaders, they get 2 yards out of it.
Throw here. Good bump at the top of the screen. Throws it across the middle, though, and going to get the first down.
Yeah, wide open, and it's Blaine Crum. Him and Trinidad Song have been absolutely fantastic for the Invaders, and they have to be. You know, with having a freshman quarterback, they got to go out there and make plays for him, and they have done just that here tonight.
First down from the Gold Coast side of the field as the shutout continues. See if they can get some touchdowns, though. Vincent under pressure, checks it down to Durango, who's going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, not a bad play there. I mean, you know, just a little check down, nothing crazy. You don't force the ball down the field and throw another pick. We've already seen one out of Vincent here tonight.
Second and 9. Shotgun formation, gun straight. See what they call out of this. Under pressure, Vincent moves around, completes the pass, gets the first down. Great pocket awareness and way to move up and make a great throw.
Yeah, number 86 is Mr. Batten. He's the senior wide receiver. And I mean, the fact that he even caught that is ridiculous. That was a very tight window from Aiden Vincent.
Handoff up the middle. Nothing there. This run game continued to struggle. That wasn't Durango. That was the backup there.
Yeah, Malcolm Menard, sophomore halfback, number 47, getting his first carry of the season. Just happens to go backwards.
Well, he has more run yards than Cameron Davis.
Well, that's not hard when you have -15.
Second and 11 here for Aiden Vincent. Split backs are going to throw it. Plenty of time across the middle of the field. And it's going to complete for a gain of a couple. 3rd and 6.
Yeah, Blaine Crum, again, over the middle. They're really liking these short and intermediate routes so far in this game. And it's really working out well for them. You know, quick, easy passes for your young quarterback just to keep him in a rhythm. And, you know, you can always get out in the open field on these short passes as well and make some big plays.
3rd and 6. Vincent, plenty of time. Great protection. Going to throw it deep. It's going to be picked off.
Oh, my.
And that's going to be another pick in this game. As I don't know how many 4 interception games we had in high school, but
Not many.
Not many. Frederick Donnell reading that perfectly. Just the pass was a little bit behind the receiver, and he managed to pick it off, and Gold Coast prevents points.
Yeah, and that's huge. It stays a 9-point ball game, but their offense has to get it together and get some positive yards and just try to get something going. Just a couple positive plays will really go a long way in helping this offense out.
Mark Chisholm saying he should have stayed short. Yep, he got into that situation there. Throw out route, nearly picked right back. Holy, what are these quarterbacks doing today? These guys need to settle down.
I'm not really too sure. I mean, if we look at the high school touchdown interception ratio for the entire season, we had 142 touchdown passes to 91 picks. And so far here tonight, 4 picks, no touchdowns. I mean, it could be, they're freshman quarterbacks going up against some pretty talented guys out in the secondary. That could be the biggest problem here for them. But it's not looking good for these two guys so far in their young careers.
We averaged 2.7 interceptions per game in high school, already 4 in the first game of college. Hand off to Davis, and he's going to get positive yardage.
Wow, 1 yard. Look out, folks. He's just killing it right now. Just killing it.
Third and 9. See what Morris and company will do. Going to this bunch formation, they've run a bunch today. I didn't mean to say bunch there twice, but it kind of worked. Morris looking, stepping up. Plenty of time. Throws it deep. It's going to be tipped up. Incomplete.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, who was that? Number 45. That was Prince Aldrich, the senior strong safety for all you EFL scouts out there. He is draft eligible in the offseason. Making a nice deflection, just can't catch it apparently.
He comes fully equipped with legs, helmet, body, arms, knees, but just no hands. Those are DLC. It's EA Sports. You gotta pay for the hands to get the hand DLC. Punt is away here. St. Mary's defense steps up once again. As this is the lowest scoring game of HCU history right now.
Yeah, and we've watched a lot of sims behind the scenes, prepping for the high school season that we just had and the college season that we're having right now. And I've got to say, I don't think we've ever gone this far into a college sim without having a touchdown.
So you're watching history right here. First down and 10. You're going to hand it off to Durango up the middle. Good blocking is going to open up a hole for 5 yards. He's just shy of 50 yards in the day, but that's obviously ballooned by the fact that he had that 40-yard run earlier.
Hey, we'll take what we can get on the ground in this ball game. You got one running back with negative 14 yards now, I think, on the day. So seeing one get close to 50, we'll take it.
2nd and 5. We're going to do a delay here. The delay, if 40 got that block, it may have worked, but not how that was run. 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and 5 coming up. You got a struggling young freshman quarterback. What do you do here? Delmer Stevens and Newton Cade, the wide receivers, have been pretty good when actually called upon. We just haven't seen Morris get the ball out to him that often in this ball game.
3rd and 5. The 49-yard line. See what Vincent is going to do. Man coverage, or zone coverage, throwing the corner route. Going to find his man right back to where he threw the interception. This time completes it all the way down to the 25-yard line.
That was Marcel Taft, number 19. That's the slot guy. He's a sophomore. That was his first catch of the season, and that was a big one. Nice corner route, and I believe it's double coverage here. Number 51, Irvin Gerard, sophomore middle linebacker, was one-on-one with him. That's a pretty big mismatch there if you're the Rays defense.
1st and 10. At the 25-yard line, see if they can get in the end zone instead of throwing a pick. Durango breaks one, going to get flattened though after the first broken tackle, only gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, still can't get to 50 yards. Maybe on the next carry, we'll see. With 2nd down and 10 coming up, let's see what they can do here. They're on the 25-yard line. They're already in field goal range, so just don't throw another pick in the red zone.
You got to be careful with the football. Both quarterbacks, 2 interceptions, and all those interceptions were pretty much on the fault of the quarterback. Vincent checks it down. At least it's not a pick, but he loses 2 yards.
Yeah, you don't really want to go backwards. Like, we've mentioned before, we haven't really seen the full range of Glenn Pape, the sophomore kicker. You don't want to go too far back and push yourselves out of field goal range. At least try to get some positive yards on this play.
Vincent going to throw it across middle. Learning from his mistakes, at least he doesn't throw an interception, but we're going to see another field goal here as the field goal bowl is fully underway.
Yes, Wilbur Bales, the sophomore wide receiver, he's number 4 on the depth chart, getting the catch on that 3rd down and long. But Glenn Pape, getting out on the field again here, just trying to add to his player of the game statistics right now.
He's so small next to the backup quarterback right there. I think that's his backup quarterback, yeah. I mean, the backup quarterback, Kareem Stahl, 6'6", 231. Dexter Hamby, 6 foot, 215. So a little bit of a size difference there. Kick is up. Kick is good, 39 yards out. And Hamby stays perfect on the day. Welcome Retro Sports Gaming to the chat. Good to see you.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, that was right down the middle, too. Pape has just been money. Gold Coast, are they going to get some points here tonight? I mean, we did not see a single shutout in the high school football season. Are we going to see a shutout in our first ever College Football Alliance game?
It's on its way right now. It's on its way. Out to 29-yard lines where this drive's going to start.
Yeah, that was number 26, I believe, on the return. Nice return there from him. Back, Elvin Sanchez, he's a sophomore, and sets him up at the 29-yard line. Pretty good field position for them to start. They've, been having some rough field positions tonight.
Morris to throw. Davis spins out one, his best play of the day. He's going to get out to 36, 8 yards.
Yeah, not too bad. Nice to see a halfback screen actually work. I mean, Davis had to spin out a couple defenders, but he made it work. And that's a really good way to start this drive. Plus 8 yards, and now 2nd down and really short. You can pretty much do whatever you want. Just pick anything out of that playbook.
Run up the middle, Davis, stutter step, gets out to the 49-yard line. Cameron Davis, remembering that, he's here to play football.
Yeah, it's kind of wild, He just got 13 yards there, and I believe he's at -1 rushing yards for the night now. He's slowly inching his way back to positive. They just need to stop doing toss plays where he has 0 blockers, and I think he'll do decent.
Mojo saying we all know the fourth quarter is the craziest of quarters. He is definitely right. Morris going to throw it corner route, and it's going start. Breaks the tackle, and we have a touchdown on the board. Gold Coast ain't done yet. Willie Morris, his freshman debut, and he gets himself a touchdown.
And we saw him do this all season for the Southeast Raiders in the High School Football Alliance. He was the main target in that offense, and he shows it right here. He has got big play potential from that tight end spot. Nice to see our first ever touchdown come from the offense that has been so stagnant all night long.
Gold Coast finally getting on the board, and with this extra point, it is now a 5-point game here with 2:04 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, we were just talking about a shutout possibility in our first game, but Gold Coast, they had other plans. So that was a really good drive from them. What was it, 72-yard touchdown drive? You love to see it. I mean, they've been struggling so much tonight. So really good to see them get some positive yards and get down the field and complete a drive and get on the board for their first ever points in program history.
Now St. Mary, they're going to have to get their offense going. Oh my God, what a tackle. He just got laid out. Johnny Durango, get that man a stretcher.
Yeah, that was the number 2 tight end, Wally Kane, number 83, the sophomore, coming up and just laying the boomstick on him. My word.
Eddie's saying playbook adjustments. I mean, hopefully they did some playbook adjustments because that first half was brutal for the Gold Coast Rays. Hand off. Another big hit.
Wow. Was that Camarillo again? Yes, it was. Laverne Camarillo, the senior outside linebacker, just coming through unblocked for the big hit. Again, any senior that you guys see this season.
Toss play out of the shotgun, and if he didn't come back in, that would have worked. But instead, Durango's going to get a tackle for a loss of 2 and a third down, as Michael Renor is going to get his another tackle for loss for him.
Yeah, the big fella, the D tackle, the junior coming up. But like you mentioned, it. I mean, if Durango just kept going to the outside, that's a big gain. I don't think there was anybody within 10, 15 yards of him.
Throw underneath is going to be caught, and that's going to bring up a fourth down, though. Punt is underway, and the comeback is underway.
Yes, Wilbur Bales, his second catch of the night, number 80, the sophomore receiver for St. Mary. And just the last 3 or 4 hits from the Rays have all been huge, huge hits, just jarring hits. And it's been pretty fun to watch.
Almost blocked again. Kick is kicks away, and the punt unit fields it at the 30, about the 34, takes to 36. Where Gold Coast can get started. Maybe put a safety on Willie Morris. Don't let him get so open this time.
Yeah, I mean, we saw defenses struggle to try to guard him in high school as well. You know, the linebackers, they were big enough, but they weren't fast enough. The DBs, they were fast enough, but weren't big enough. It's just such a mismatch nightmare for every defensive coordinator out there.
1st and 10 now from 36. Morris, good protection, throws it deep. And what a tip there. That was a middle linebacker, I think, who tipped that away. Or was it number 45? I may have gotten them mixed up. But one of the guys back there, great play to tip that away, because that could have been a touchdown, of very least a huge play.
Yeah, that was the senior strong safety. We mentioned him before, number 45, Prince Aldrich, with a nice deflection. He's got really, really good closing speed to get over there in time to deflect that one away.
Second and 10. Davis out of the backfield. Spun a little bit early there, man, but 30 yards and a third down coming up.
Yeah, spun a little early, but you know what? You got positive yards again, and that's all you can ask for from Cameron Davis at this point. Still negative rushing yards, but I believe that reception gets him to positive receiving yards.
End of the third quarter. Get your 4s up in the chat. We have a tight one here. 1-score ball game here in St. Mary, Louisiana, 12-7, and should be a good finish.
Yes, Treasure Trove Field, a packed house right now. 64,000 plus fans in the stands rooting on their team.
Haven't gotten a chance to play the St. Mary touchdown song yet, which is unfortunate. I'd like to get them a touchdown so we can play that. Morris plenty of times, going to throw it. That was caught?
I thought that was intercepted the whole time. Oh my goodness.
Somehow, some way, Stan the man fits in there. They're going to bring out the punt unit, though. It's unfortunate that wasn't the first down, because that was a microscopic window to throw that ball into.
Yeah, I don't know how he fit that into Delmer Stevens, but somehow, luckily did. But again, the St. Mary defense coming up, getting a nice stop and getting their offense another opportunity at a score. Oh, nice shoot.
St. Mary going to have to get something going on offense. They were doing so well there for a while. I mean, they weren't scoring touchdowns, but they were getting long drives. They're getting points, and now everything's kind of come undone for them for a little bit.
Yeah, I think they need to throw it a little bit more. We haven't really seen him throw it at all this whole second half. It's just been Johnny Durango and a couple short passes, but they need to go back to Trinidad Song and Blaine Crump.
Durango, nice run up the middle, 8 yards.
Yeah, Durango just so clearly winning the running back duel right now against Cameron Davis. It's not even close. But, I think it's the fact that the Invaders have, a lot of upperclassmen on that offensive line. They got a junior left tackle. They got a junior left guard, a couple sophomores in there as well. But just goes to show the upperclassmen a little bit more experienced, a little bit better.
Throw out to the running back, only a gain of 1. And that's going to bring up third down. I expect Durango up the middle here.
Yeah, I think that would be the safest bet right now. Just let the fullback get out there. Jonathan Slocum, the junior, and just let him hit somebody and clear a lane for Durango to try to get this first down.
Throw here, deep throw, incomplete. Had a man, but couldn't hold on. Burns, that was a heavy hit that was thrown on him, and fourth down coming up. I still think you should have run it there.
Yeah, I agree. Wilmer Burns, the number 2 tight end, he had that big catch on a corner route, I believe, in the first quarter. And, Vincent seems to have quite a bit of confidence in that number 2 tight end to throw it up to him in really tight coverage like that.
Punt is away. And that's where the Gold Coast Raiders are going to get started here. What do you want to see from them? What do you want to see from the defense from the St. Mary Invaders?
If you're St. Mary, I wouldn't do too much different. You've been stopping them all game. Gold Coast only had the 1 long touchdown pass, but definitely keep Willie Morse in front of you. And if you're Gold Coast, go back to him. Get your ball to your playmaker.
Toss to Davis, and he has room. Untouched down the right side. He has a blocker with him. No one's going to get him. Cameron Davis is going to take the lead.
Well, he's positive now, boys, and he's putting them to sleep, and he's trying to resurrect them in the end zone. Touchdown, Gold Coast, and they take the lead with 9 minutes to go. What a run. Great blocking down this sideline.
Missed the tackle in the backfield. 70. It was at 79 down there, as long as 62, getting blocks downfield. And Cameron Davis, he took a while to show up, but man, when he showed up, he showed up.
Yeah, what a run. I don't even know how long of a run that was. 60 or 58 yards, I believe. Definitely positive rushing yards now. He might even have equal the amount of yards as Johnny Durango, just on 1 carry.
And just like that, St. Mary led the entire game, now trailing here in the fourth quarter at home.
Unbelievable stuff here on opening nights of the College Football Alliance.
Kick is up, kick is good. 14-12 is the score. St. Mary's inability to turn 3 into 6 has come back to bite them now as they trail, and they got to get something rolling soon.
Yeah, Gold Coast had the really, really slow start, but it's not about how you start the game, it's how you finish it, and they're finishing pretty strong right now, partner.
Yes, indeed, and we'll see what St. Mary is made of here as the kick is off. Durango takes this from the end zone. He's going to take this out, tries to weave it left side, nothing there. He's going to start at the 21-yard line. That's where this drive is going to start. And come back, 14 unanswered for Gold Coast. They were down 12-0 at one point, and now they lead. What do you want to see from Aiden Vincent here?
He needs to take charge. It's something that he did not do at all in high school. He never put the team on his back. I think he really needs to try to do that here and just get his team back in the lead.
Vincent looking around, throws it deep, middle of the field. He has him. Song down the field, 20-10-5, touchdown, Invaders.
Speaking of song, play it, partner. Let's hear the fight song.
Which button is it? It's this button.
Oh, baby. Trinidad song. What a fitting way to get the fight song played for the first ever time.
We talked about taking charge. Well, I'll say that's taking charge. Aiden Vincent throws it to Song. And the fans are singing here as St. Mary takes the lead right back.
Yeah, it's so exciting now. We're seeing fireworks after just a slugfest. The defense is just going head to head, knocking helmets off there in that first half. And now the offense is finally waking up a little bit and making some nice plays.
Kick is up. Kick is good. It's 19-14 here, and we have a game on our hands as the Invaders strike right back. Song with his first big play of the season.
Yes, and that puts him over 100 yards receiving as well. And it's also Aiden Vincent's first career touchdown pass.
Both these offenses have come alive a little bit in the fourth quarter. What was it? Mojo McLean, he called it. He said, the fourth quarter is the crazy quarter, and it certainly has been so far.
Absolutely.
Spin out and gets out to 26.
All right, it's going to be fun to see if the Rays are going to go back to Cameron Davis. He's only had one good run all game long, but do you think they're going to keep handing it off to him, keep trying to build off of that success?
I think you got it. You have to go with what's been working. Willie Morris and Cameron Davis, the freshmen, really are your biggest tools in this game, it seems.
I agree.
First down throw there. Nice completion to Douglas Hirsch. Douglas Hirsch is on the coverage on that one, but really couldn't do anything else because Stanley Morris put that in the perfect spot.
Yeah, that was Newton Cade, the sophomore wide receiver, with a nice diving catch to move the chains. He will be changing his number after this game, as well as Delmer Stevens. Got a couple duplicate numbers out there.
Yeah, the athletic director really slacking on the drop there. Throw across the middle, back up tight end, I believe. Catches that one for a gain of 7.
Yeah, that was Wally Kane. We saw him with a monstrous hit on a kickoff just recently in this quarter. And that's his first career reception. Yes, Mojo, you were definitely right about the fourth quarter, brother.
2nd and 3. And toss play to Davis, cuts up the middle. Davis finds a lane and gets a first down. Great vision from Cameron Davis to make something out of nothing there and keep the chains moving.
Yeah, and this is what he has the potential to do. If he can just keep his head on straight and keep his eyes open and find the lane, he can have some pretty good success at this level of football. We've seen it on 2 of the runs here tonight.
1st and 10, going to hand it off up the middle. Davis, 3 yards. He's starting to get hot here. It took him a while, but finally started warming up.
Falling forward every time now is definitely a good sign. Majority of the carries in the first half, he was just getting the ball and getting decleated before he could really get going at all.
2nd down now. Tight end flex formation. Spread formation, Davis up the middle. Tries to spin out one, but he is spun down to the ground. Davis, you can see they're getting his average up to 4.2 a carry. At one point, he had negative 15 yards on the ground.
Yeah, Claude Masters brought him down pretty good there. The freshman middle linebacker out of International, who's made some pretty nice plays here tonight. But Cameron Davis trying that patented spin move that he was so good at the high school level.
3rd and 6. Morris drops back. Launches it deep. Caught! Down to the 20-yard line. Stan, the man, completes another one and gets him into the red zone.
Yeah, Newton Cade, another nice completion to him. The Rays offense just come alive here in the second half. And St. Mary, they just don't really have any kind of answer. These guys are getting wide open, just running free down the middle of the field now. And they got to figure it out quick, or Gold Coast is about to take this lead again.
1st down at the 20 yards to go for another touchdown. See what the St. Mary defense can do. Morris drops back to bring in the blitz, spins out of it, moves around, takes off, breaks a tackle. He has some space and gets down to the 6-yard line. Stan the man Morris, my goodness.
A 14-yard run rather by Stan the man Morris. I mean, we saw his athleticism in high school when he switched to receiver. You know, he was mossing people in the red zone, getting touchdowns, and now he's out here breaking tackles, making people look so silly running the football.
One of the most athletic quarterbacks in the HCU at this point. Showing it there, handoff up the middle. Not much there for the backup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
Yeah, they don't got to rush anything here. You know, inside the 10-yard line, just take your time. You know, pick the right plays. You don't have to force anything either. There's a lot of time left in this game. I mean, 5 minutes can be an eternity in APF. Really be deflating for the Gold Coast Rays.
3rd and goal. Really need a touchdown, but a field goal, I don't even know if you go for that. Across the middle, though. Close to the goal line. Short. The backup couldn't punch it in. And now the decision, do you go for 3 to make it a 2-score game, or do you just try to punch it in?
Man, I think I would try to punch it in, honestly, but they're going to send on the field goal unit here. I would have given the ball to Cameron Davis right up the middle.
It looks like they trust their defense. Going to be a call that we're going to come back to and question if they lose. Kick is up. Kick is good. 19-17.
You know, it's not terrible. I mean, they're down 2 points now, 4:07 left, all their timeouts remaining. And, you know, the defense just has to step up, get them a stop, and get them the football back one more time to try to win this game by a point.
Appreciate your patience, everyone, with the internet issues. Obviously, if you're in the Discord, you've seen some of the conversation going on, but the internet has taken a turn for the worse last couple weeks, it seems. We're going to try one thing, see if we can get this settled for the final couple minutes. We'll get this fixed for future games, of course, but sometimes Spectrum, well, you know, you got some things to say about them.
I think it's safe to say Spectrum will never be a sponsor of any of the bowl games here in the College Football Alliance.
I would tend to agree. So, Optimus, what do you think of the game so far? Nice, close game. Didn't start off that way.
I mean, it started off, the defenses were, they were just going crazy. Big hit after big hit, interception after interception. But the young quarterbacks, the young freshmen, they both settled down a little bit. They've delivered some nice touchdown passes here late in the ball game. The Vincent touchdown.
Looks like we're back. The moment, according to my little counters here, looks like a little bit more stable. That we don't know how long that'll last. So let's get back into the action. Here, so hopefully this holds on.
4 minutes left. Just hold on, internet. Come on, baby.
I'm very confuddled by this situation here. As the kick is away, returned from the goal line. Durango is going to take this out to the 19-yard line.
Yes, let's see if Vincent can get a couple first downs here, try to milk the clock, and get out of here with his first collegiate dub.
4 minutes, 3 seconds to go. But you mentioned those 3 timeouts. Plenty of time for the Rays to get back into They need a good, long, clock-chewing drive. See what Durango has in store. This is also the battle I just realized now. As the toss play for Durango is going to go for 1. You mentioned the Morris-Vincent teammate battle. This is also the Durango-Davis teammate battle, as Johnny Durango and Cameron Davis both played for the Southeast Raiders.
Yeah, I believe I mentioned that in the first quarter.
I didn't hear it. I was probably too busy with the internet, but
yes,
like my esteemed partner said in the first quarter, 2 teammate battles here tonight.
Oh, man.
2nd and 9 now from the 20-yard line. Little heavy set formation. And it's going to be a toss play to the right. And amazing play there from 54 to get off the block and get the tackle for loss. And loss of 3 again. I just think they should just run it up the middle. It was Younger.
Yeah.
It was Chung Younger.
Chung Younger, the junior outside linebacker. Yeah, these outside linebackers are pretty quick. So the outside run's not really going to work out too well.
Mojo saying, don't forget that Morris was on the Raiders as well. Yeah, it's the Raider Lion Bowl almost. 3rd and 13 here. He's going to hand it off to Lay, and just head-scratching play calling there from the St. Mary Invaders.
Yeah, and Gold Coast, they get to stop pretty quickly, which is exactly what they needed. They're saving all their timeouts. They got the 2-minute warning as well, which will probably happen during the very end of this punt, most likely. So a lot of time left. All they got to do is get down in field goal range for their kicker, Bud Archie, the junior.
Fourth. Low snap there as they do manage to corral it. Gold Coast back at the 40 to return this one. Going to get this to the 46 before he's tackled. Now 2-minute warning here in Game 1 of the College Football Alliance Season 1. You're watching the College Football Alliance here on Hammer Cline Universe YouTube.
All they got to do is get this ball to about the 30-yard line, and I think that'll give Archie plenty of room.
Davis spins one, or jukes out one, only gets 3 though. Cameron Davis up to 75 yards now.
Yeah, who would have thought that he'd end up having 20 more yards than Durango the way his night started with negative 15 yards. I mean, technically, he's run for 90 yards since then. So, he's doing pretty decent here in the second half.
2nd and 7. Morris to throw it. Deep shot. Nearly picked off again.
Whew. Yeah, number 22. This is the first time we've called his name tonight. That's the sophomore free safety, Maurice Birch, with a deflection. Nearly had the takeaway.
Another dangerous throw there from Morris, and the chance of defense come raining down here at Treasure Trove Field once again. 3rd and 7. This is definitely 4th down territory, though. Morris with 4 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Quick drop. Throws it. Going to be incomplete. Knocked away. Perfect coverage. And 4th down. The game on the line here. What do you call?
Oh, man. I think I'm going to try to hit a corner route. I think that's my go-to. Delmer Stevens, Newton Cade, you got to hit one of those guys. If not that, Willie Morse up the seam. Those are really the only options here.
We'll see if Willie Morse is on the field. He is not on the field.
Wow.
Controversial decision from the Rays, to say the least. You hear the chance of defense. Morris drops back, throws out route, caught. He gets the first down of the drive, stays alive. That was
Beautiful
Willie Morris.
Play.
I was wrong. He was on the field. Was that Morris?
Where did they? No, that was number 89. That was D. McGee, the number 4 wide receiver, the junior, his first catch of the season.
Morris on the field for sure this time at the end of the line, bottom of your screen. Looks like man coverage across the board. They're going to throw. There's the seam right to Willie Morris you were just talking about a couple plays ago. Hurry up offense now, just outside of field goal range. Morris looking. Check down. Don't necessarily hate that. Got to get close to the 30 at least.
I think they're in field goal range right now for Archie. Don't force it.
Wind in the clock. Got to think, when do you use your timeouts as St. Mary? Underneath, is that Willie Morris again?
They're just going so fast, man. I can't keep up.
3rd and 4. It was Willie Morris. 3rd and 4 here. Got to protect the football. Morris across the middle of the field. It's going to be knocked away. 4th down. The field goal unit's going to come out here. Armstead knocked that one away. It's going to be a decent length field goal, but it should be within his range.
Yeah, 44-yard field goal for the junior kicker, Bud Archie, to take the 1-point lead with less than 20 seconds to go here on opening night of the College Football Alliance from Treasure Trove Field.
Setting up at the 27-yard line. All the crowd holds bated breath. The kick is up. The kick is good from 44 yards out. Gold Coast takes the lead with 14 seconds to go. 20-19 here at Treasure Trove Field. Bud Archie has a chance to be the hero.
Oh my goodness. I mean, he could have made that from 54. That was a beauty of a kick. 14 seconds left on the clock, though. We've seen the Invaders score a touchdown on one play drive here tonight. It was a deep shot to Trinidad Song. Does Aiden Vincent have any magic in that arm of his with not a lot of time left on the clock?
They still have 3 timeouts. See what Durango can do on this return. They're going to get the ball with maybe 2 plays to go. 9 seconds. 76 yards.
Will we see some magic? Man, what a game this has been. You know, it started off, the defense is going crazy. That was the first half. Second half, offense is kind of lighting it up a little bit. And, I mean, what an exciting way to start the season off.
Vincent to throw out. Incomplete. 1, maybe 2 plays, depending on if they get tackled. They have the timeouts. Never mind. 2 plays to go. Tried to get it to, is that Crum?
Yes, that was Blaine Crum, number 14, the junior. And, you know, I like the decision there going for the sidelines for sure. I mean, keep going towards it. I mean, you can do a post route here. You just got to get down quick to call a timeout. Watch for Song at the top of the screen.
Vincent, the Song already hit 1 deep one today. Vincent throws out. Route's going to be caught. This is going to be the last play, and he's going to go down in the field of play. The game is over. The St. Mary Invaders fall at home to the Gold Coast Rays. Gold Coast pulls off the comeback. They're going to win on opening day here in St. Mary, 20-19.
Wow. In front of the sellout crowd at Treasure Trove Field. It didn't matter that they had 64,000 plus screaming fans in the stands. The Rays put up 20 points in the second half to cap off a fantastic game to start off the season.
Yeah, despite the technical difficulties and despite the internet difficulties, the on-field play tonight was just fantastic. Started off slow, defensive struggle from the beginning, but St. Mary's inability to capitalize on their chances came back to bite them in this one.
Yeah, they need to capitalize a lot more. I mean, field goals are good. They are. But if you have the opportunity inside the red zone 3 separate times to get some touchdowns and you just have to keep settling for field goal after field goal, you know, it's going to come back to bite you in the end. And that's exactly what happened here tonight. I mean, Glenn Pape, the kicker, was perfect, but, you know, he had more points than the rest of the team. You got to figure out a way to punch it in for 6 going forward.
Originally scheduled was going to be Green Biloxi later tonight, a rivalry, HBCU rivalry game. Because of the internet issues, we're going to postpone that game and figure out the issues. So we'll come back to you tomorrow with more college football action. We appreciate all of you for stopping by. I wonder who the player of the game. I assume it's got to be probably Stanley Morris, maybe Willie Morse. Do you have any guesses there for player of the game?
Well, APF likes quarterbacks, so I'm thinking they're going to give it to Stan the Man Morris. I mean, just with that 14-yard run that he had alone, I'd give it to him.
It's going to be Willie Morris winning the first high school player of the game. His performance, I mean, he well-earned. 7 catches, 108 yards, 1 touchdown, 15.4 per catch. That's going to do it here from us at the HCU studios. Thank you for watching this production of the CFA. I'm Hammer. He's Cline. Have a good one.
Take it easy, guys.